Okay, so here we go. We'll solve these problems, but we're going to do them with a little bit more accuracy, and I do want to change this problem here. So I've got two addition problems. I've got two that involve subtraction, but we don't really need to worry about those details. This is the question that I'm always going to ask you when we get started with these sort of problems. I'm going to say, well, we need the x to make sure that this is all equal, and from the previous video, you might remember the answer. But what is happening to the x here? Well, 8 is being added to the x. So how do we undo that? Well, we undo that by subtracting 8, right? The opposite of addition is subtraction. So the step that I'm going to ask that you write out, even if you feel like you can do it in your head, is we're going to write minus 8 from both sides, right? 8's being added to x, so now we're going to subtract 8 from this side, and we're going to subtract 8 from that side. And watch what happens. If we do 5 minus 8, I'll get an answer of negative 3. The equal sign just comes down. And then 8 minus 8. Well, 8 minus 8 is 0, so that goes away. And all that I'm left with on the right side is just this x, so that comes down. That's it. Problem solved. Okay? So here we go. What's happening to the x? X minus 7 equals 11. Well, we're subtracting 7 from x. What's the opposite of subtraction? Adding. So we're going to add 7. And if we add 7 to one side, we need to add 7 to the other because that way they stay equal. And let's just do the math now. X minus nothing here is just x. Negative 7 plus 7, that's 0. 11 plus 7 is 18. Problem solved. Great. Let's move on. So here we go. We have 3 minus x equals 5. This is a positive 3. So be careful. This minus sign might feel a little tricky, but this is a positive 3. So 3 is being added to negative x. 3 is being added to negative x. So how do we undo that? Well, we'll have to subtract 3 from both sides. Right? Now, positive 3 minus 3, well, that makes 0. This is the opposite of x equals 5 minus 3, well, that's 2. So the opposite of x is 2. That means x has to be negative 2. That was a tricky one relative to the other ones. But the opposite of x is 2, so therefore x is negative 2. Good. All right. Over here, 12 is 8 plus x. What's happening to the 8? Or, I'm sorry, what's happening to the x? 8 is being added to it. So how do we undo that? We subtract 8. If we do it from the left, we do also do it from the right. 12 minus 8 is 4. The 8's cancel out. X is just by itself. 4 equals x. There we go. Thanks.